some young broke dude.
Animals be 20 minutes old and already know what to do.
Meanwhile, human babies come out with a spot on their head that ain't finished yet and the communication skills of an alarm clock.
Machine Gun Kelly posted a picture with Halsey on Instagram.
So you're telling me neither of these people are Justin Bieber?
Ariana Grande looks like a Disney princess using her one wish to her fairy godmother to ask for the world's biggest can of Monster Energy drink. I showed this picture to my boyfriend and asked jokingly if he would ever think to cut a hole in its mouth and fuck the baloney clown, and he told me he already fucks a baloney clown while patting my back. TLDR, today my boyfriend murdered me in cold blood.
Enough with the WFH sweatpants. Dress like the adult you're getting paid to be.
I'm not taking fashion advice from a guy who looks like he runs the bumper boats at a segregation-themed amusement park. The hardest I've ever been owned in my life was when I was 21 in Barnes & Noble and a teenager asked me where the manga section was. I told them, but also said, I don't work here. They looked me dead in the eye and said, I know, you just look like someone who would know. Some people have resting bitch face. Adam Driver has resting professor of theology listening to his students present a report on religious symbolism in medieval art that they copied off of Wikipedia face.
You look like Jimmy Neutron with maxed out stats.
What type of tattoo makes you cringe the most? Literally anyone that has too small tattoos and is constantly posting about how discriminated against people with tattoos are and how pathetic all the Karens of the world are for being offended by tattoos. Like, calm down, Becky. No one's ever said anything actually rude to you about your 3-inch faith tattoo written in such swirly cursive that it could be a roller coaster at My Whole Identity is Victimhood Island.
You look like the human version of Mark Zuckerberg. Unfortunately, to get on your level, I'd need a boat trip to the Mariana Trench in a pair of cinderblock shoes. There's catfishing and then there's whatever the hell this is. What a weird way to announce to the world that you've never had a girl sleepover.
Check out Adolf Hitler over here.
White SUPREMATITS.
Overheard one kid at the Mall of America tell his friends he had to get his wisdom teeth out, and his friend says, why, gotta make room for more dicks? And why, insults have really come a long way since I was a kid.
People from Wyoming are in my mentions insulting me for dissing their state yesterday, and I'm just imagining them furiously riding a horse to a McDonald's in Utah just so they could get Wi-Fi and tweet at me.
Well, this happened to me as a guy. She was on my bed and looked at me dead in the eye and said, people tell me I give great blowjobs. And I looked at her straight-faced and said, nice, good for you. She had the most disappointed face I've ever seen a woman have.
Jesus Christ, mate, if your dick is as thick as your head, she missed out on a huge opportunity.
Must be nice having a brain so smooth it just rolls around in your head like a ball bearing. We lost mainly because I'm trash.
You're not trash, you're recycling, because trash can be disposed, but we're stuck with you. 1 stolen joke is a coincidence. 2 stolen jokes is a mistake. 3 stolen jokes is a pattern. 30 stolen jokes is an Amy Schumer special.
She looks like the type of lady that acts all sweet, but then after she gets criticism, she goes home and microwaves her hamster.
If you saw yourself getting sold on dark web and you decided to buy yourself, how do you think they deliver you to you?
Bold of you to assume I have the money.
Bold of you to assume that you're expensive.
Listening to Kanye is like sorting by new on the Shower Thoughts subreddit. Justin Bieber looks like he's posing for a success story picture with the executive director of a rehab for the brochure they give to new patients.
So 2-inch murder hornets are big, but my 2 inches are small? Yeah, okay.
One stings with pain, and the other with disappointment.
Wendy Williams is for women who were bullies in high school and now they spam their pyramid schemes on Facebook.
411, huh?
Try again, not the icebreaker you want to go with. Do better.
Keep being a little bitch and I'm gonna come over there and hide all your stuff on the top of the refrigerator. Unexpected item in bagging area. It's not unexpected, you digital fuck. You literally just told me what it is. It's right there on the screen. I did the wavy wave, you did the bleepy bleep. Up until the point where you decided to have an electronic stroke, things were going exactly according to plan. What you mean is that you haven't been programmed right. Don't go putting this on me like I've somehow gone out of my way to surprise you. I've got places to be, man. I can't be playing hide the actual salami with the Terminator's younger, shittier cousin. Oh, and now you've sent for backup. Well done. Now I have to deal with the human person who thinks I'm either an imbecile or a thief for not being able to work what's effectively a bathroom scale with delusions of grandeur for the 4th time.
In Joker, Arthur suffers from a condition that causes him to laugh loudly and uncontrollably, even when things are not funny. When he tries to do stand-up, he has difficulty finishing a joke due to laughing too hard. This is a reference to Jimmy Fallon, who the character is based on.
Elon Musk's mom on raising successful kids. I didn't treat them like babies or scold them.
They all look like they're about to unhinge their jaws and swallow a marsupial. My father says I look like a goat. Is it true? Okay, send us your picture. Let's compare.
I showed this picture to my boyfriend and asked jokingly if he would ever think to cut a hole in its mouth and fuck the baloney clown, and he told me he already fucks a baloney clown while patting my back. Fuck. I showed this picture to my boyfriend and asked jokingly if he would ever think to cut a hole in his mouth and fuck the baloney clown, and he told me he already fucks a Son of a bitch. I showed this picture to my boyfriend and asked jokingly if he would ever think to cut a hole in its mouth and fuck the baloney clown, and he told me... I showed this picture to my boyfriend and asked jokingly if he would ever think to cut a hole in its mouth and fuck the baloney clown, and he told me he already fucks a Fuck!